Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for November 1st through 4th. Quick throwback to our episode that we did finishing the 80s with Alan Quartermain. We talked about Cheryl, the financial planner. And it occurred to me, whose mom is Cheryl?
Whose mom is Cheryl?
Yep.
I don't know.
She's Lucas's bio mom.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, wait, is that because, I mean, we talk about this, that they have different, we've had how many Jakes, how many Olivias, like all that. So I'm like, I wonder. And so I did a little mini deep dive. And yes, Cheryl, the financial planner, is Lucas Jones' biological mother, but also Tiffany Hill's sister.
Oh, I did not know that.
I did not know that either. So yeah,
boom. Good job, Shannon.
I'm just walking around listening to, and I was like, wait a second.
Walking around and it all just hits you how this family stuff goes together?
Yes. Yay. So yeah, I guess that was my nerd moment for the week.
There's one every week.
I know. Well, I think that's it for this week.
I'm not going to count.
I'm not 100%. Nope. I do have another nerd thing. I'm sorry. I lied. But so we finished Alan through the 80s. Mm-hmm. We are taking a little bit of a breather this week, doing a fan spotlight interview on this Thursday's Port Charles 411. And then we'll get back into Alan for the 90s to finish out November. And then I guess maybe we're just, I don't know. We all know that we can just change our mind because we do the annual recap. So, I mean,
yes,
but don't worry. There is more to hear about Alan Quartermain. And we've been loving the feedback we've been getting. So many people have like really reached out and said, thank you so much for talking about this character. Cause it's also giving a lot of information about Monica.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Where are you starting this week?
Okay. We can start with my next nerd thing.
Okay.
So the book that Alexis is reading, The Brothers Karamazov. Okay. I don't speak Russian. My husband's family is Croatian. He's tried to teach me a little bit. It is, according to Macmillan Publisher, it's a book about murder. It's a murder mystery, a courtroom drama, and exploration of erotic rivalry in a series of triangular love affairs involving the, quote, wicked and sentimental Fyodor Pavlovich Karamazov and his 3 sons, the impulsive and sensual Dmitri, the coldly rational Ivan, and the healthy, red-cheeked young novice Alyosha. Through the gripping events of their story, Dostoevsky portrays the whole of Russian life as social and spiritual striving in what was both the golden age and tragic turning point in Russian culture. The author was Fyodor Dostoevsky, and it was translated from Russian by Richard Piver and Larissa Volkahansky. So it kind of actually sounds like the Cassadine, too. So I want to know where the Cassadines based off.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Wouldn't that be so cool? I thought so. Because as I'm reading it, you know, it's the dad and the 3 sons.
Right.
Hello.
Oh, that would be so neat.
Thank you for making the Cassadine name instead of Karamazov. Yes.
But if they had made it that, you'd be so used to saying it just like Cassadine, it wouldn't be an issue.
Right. But Cassadine is more phonetic.
Yes.
But yeah, so 1, real book.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, totally makes sense when she was like, well, I guess I don't really have to read this. It's basically my family life. It really, really is. Now I kind of want to listen to it. I'm not going to read it. I tried to read War and Peace once.
Didn't happen?
I think it did.
Okay.
I did it in high school because I wanted to be that person that read War and Peace in high school. I read it. I don't remember it. I remember being so overwhelmed by all of the names.
Okay.
Because they're all like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't keep them straight. So
yeah,
maybe I'll have to, I have it actually upstairs. Maybe I'll have to try to give that a
Okay.
Another go.
You're on your own with that one.
Yeah.
Not going down that journey with you.
But I thought it was interesting that Alexis was confiding in Harmony.
Right? That was so weird.
And I don't know what to do with it.
Mm-mm.
I was just like, where are we going here?
No, it was very weird that now they're suddenly friends. And then Esme came in and is like, show me the ropes. Well, you should know about this. Like,
hold it. Did anyone else chuckle with the paperwork? If a resident beats you up, you're going to promise not to sue.
Right. They're just covering all their bases. That's
Yeah.
fine. No, but she knew all about Harmony's past. And Harmony's like, why are you researching me to work here?
Right.
And why do you want to know so much about the criminally insane, which she can justify with whatever her major is going to be for psychology. But going through all of Harmony's past, that wasn't necessary.
Well, I guess maybe since Harmony did turn over the leaf and now works there, but she would have known that she was part of the cult and everything. Because, I mean, we compare Dawn of Day to Nexium. You know, everyone knows who Allison Mack was in relation to Keith Raniere. So assuming,
I guess,
Shiloh, she would have been the other front page person. So I guess to see that she's on a path to redemption, she'd be like, wait, who am I going to work with? And why is she, maybe she was, I don't know.
It feels like she did too much of a deep dive there, and Harmony was definitely suspicious.
I totally agree, because I thought it was really weird. It was just now that I started thinking about that. Like maybe she was just doing her due diligence to
perhaps
make sure she's going to be safe. I mean, I highly doubt that Esme is really worrying about that.
I don't think she's concerned. She's got protection somewhere.
But she called Ryan.
She did.
So, are we just calling Daddy by his first name, or is she not his daughter?
I don't know. I'm hoping that she would be smart enough not to call him Dad, because there's too many people around that would hear that.
But she was definitely very affectionate in her weird way towards him.
Yes. So, I don't know. I'm not saying that he's not Dad yet. I'm just hoping she's smarter. Any other character would have been like, Daddy, let me sit here and talk to you.
Don't worry, Dad. We're going to avenge Ava and all and lay out the entire plan in the middle of...
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping she's just smarter than that, and she's not going to let everyone know her plan by pretending like this is just another patient, and we'll see what happens.
Jon Lindstrom is really good at acting with his eyes, though.
He is. I would not be able to just sit there.
And especially where he is. I mean, Kevin's not exactly the most exuberant, like, over the top, but he's definitely not that.
Right.
You know?
Right. I would have to sit there and keep reminding myself, I cannot move. I cannot move. I cannot move.
But then people were talking about, so we did post on social media asking, like, do you think she's still his daughter?
Right.
You know? And there's a lot of people just don't like her, period. End of sentence. Don't care anything about the storyline.
Oh,
and then there's some that are like, no, she's definitely his daughter. And then some are like, what if Kevin knows exactly who she is? I don't think he does.
I don't think
Kevin knows, because I feel like I think he's intuitive, and that's why he's like Esme's bad news, saying that to Spencer or to Nicholas to tell like make sure Spencer. But
no, I don't think he knows.
Okay, so we're on the same page about that.
Yes.
Oh, but we were wondering why Esme didn't get a job. She does. She has the internship at So
that works.
Yep.
Spencer messed up his job this week that he had for
2 days.
Not even. It was his first day on the floor, and he walked out. Poor Cam.
I know.
What's he going to do? He has to give him another chance. You knew that was what was going to happen. But I felt bad for him as he's trying to explain. You don't get to just walk out.
Right.
What happened? Is your dad in the hospital? No? Okay, then. It was not a good enough reason.
Yeah.
And poor Trina. Like, just leave me alone. You're getting too close. Remember, you have a girlfriend.
I liked her, though, being... Your actions are going to speak loud. I mean, we always say actions speak louder than words.
Right.
But like I tell my kids, I'm like, you can only apologize once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, after that, it has to be changed behavior, because words are great, but actions don't lie.
Right.
You know, and I thought it was great that he really took that to heart and immediately went back to Kelly's and like apologized to Cam, was kind of okay with accepting that he was going to lose his job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, he obviously wanted his job back.
Right.
But he didn't argue when Cam was like, I can't give you your job back.
Yeah.
but, and when he went and told Nicholas that he's done.
Yes.
And called him Nicholas instead of father.
Yes. That was so good.
But I thought that showed a lot of he's going to make it on his own.
Mm-hmm. And they were all over Pier 54 again this week.
All over it.
Loving it.
Like we said in our intro, all the important conversations taking place.
Yes. That makes me happy, though. Every time that it comes on screen, I'm like, Pier 54!
Although you would think that they really would pick a different pier to have all those conversations, because that's the harbor master's office right there.
I know.
Like, there's a good chance there's somebody in there. And when we talk about the cameras and stuff like that, there is a harbor master.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
Who's the harbor master? Why don't we know who the harbor master is?
I don't know. Were you as unimpressed as I was of Sam and Dante talking to Sonny? Did it make you go, oh,
all they did was hold hands.
They're like, we're together. And Carly's so excited. What the heck?
I couldn't figure out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
know. It was weird.
Yeah. Sonny
there was no explanation.
Good job, son, hooking up with the chick that I already hooked up with. Like, ew.
And had
a baby with. Yeah. Ew.
And even though baby Lila was stillborn, she's a baby.
Yes. You conceived a baby together. End of story. So gross. I'm sorry.
We're forgetting that so many storylines right now, and apparently Hayden has known all along.
I don't understand all that either. The bottom line is that she's still not back, and she wouldn't leave Violet if she thought she could come home and it was safe.
Right.
That's the whole point of everything. So why Shawn and Nicholas are dancing around it, it doesn't matter what she knew or didn't know. Right now, she doesn't know it's safe to come home.
Exactly.
That's where we need to focus.
Period. End of sentence.
I was glad that Shawn took the money to start an organization, though, not just as a payoff.
I love it.
Yes.
I loved it. What do you think it's going to do? Oh, is it going to be the Innocence Project? Is that how we're going to bring in the Innocence Project? Sorry.
I don't know, but I'm so glad to see how excited you are.
Remember how we said we wanted the Innocence Project to come in? Because I feel like they should really come on the show. I'm talking into my pen like it's a microphone.
It's a microphone now.
I have a microphone on. Listen, it's been a few days. It's been
Yes, it has, Shannon. It's been a few days. Thank you for stating the obvious.
Okay.
I don't know what the project is going to be, but I am glad that it was not just a regular payoff.
Yeah.
And that he's trying to get Alexis on board with
Yes.
Do you think Alexis is going to take the pardon?
I don't know.
Can you turn down a pardon if they officially tell you that you're pardoned?
I don't know. That's a good question for Google.
I told you were going to Google something this week.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to ask something like that. Can a person refuse a presidential pardon? You may be able to refuse a pardon, but you would not be able to refuse them commuting the sentence.
Mine says so the question was, if a prisoner is granted a pardon, can they refuse it or do they force you to go free? And the answers was they force you to go free and can charge you with trespassing and still remove you.
Oh.
You have no legal authority to remain in custody. If you insist on staying, then you can have a competency hearing and go to another institution, which may be harder to get released.
Interesting.
But then this person answered and said at a federal level, you have a choice whether or not to accept a pardon. Accepting a pardon is legally considered an admission that you were guilty, which might negatively affect your situation in a civil suit.
Huh. Fun fact. So we are not getting into current political, but I guess a couple of years ago, there was a possibility of somebody refusing the presidential pardon. There's only one time in history that it happened. United States versus George Wilson in 1833 is, as far as I know, and this is according to Charlie Smith with the Columbian Progress, the only example of someone turning down a presidential pardon. Wilson faced a death sentence for robbing the mail, but President Andrew Jackson granted clemency. However, Wilson declined to accept the offer of grace, and the judges and lawyers were so dumbfounded that it actually ended up at the U.S. Supreme Court.
Okay.
I'm not going to read this entire article, but that's interesting that, it sounds like it's the only time that, that's a presidential pardon, so I don't know. Oh, man, that's a whole rabbit hole we could go down. So I guess we'll see.
Huh. I don't know.
Isn't history fun?
Isn't history fun?
It is. But I like her reasonings, though.
Right.
And I get it. I mean, the Shawshank Redemption talks a lot about that. You know, that's why I know that's a fictional story.
Good job.
But, you know, they have a tough time. She hasn't been in long enough for it to really become her, quote, way of life and everything. But
like she talked about,
she's an
she
addict.
doesn't want to be out where she can just get a drink at the local bar or she can order alcohol to her house or whatever.
Right.
She likes that she's protected there.
Yeah. I like when she's talking to Shawn and he's like, yeah, I cook. And she's like, I have a kitchen?
What door do you go through to find that? I don't know. I just thought, like, when Nicholas was offering it to her, that it was something she could say, yes, please go pursue, or no, thank you. But when the guy comes in and says, Alexis, you got a pardon, let's go.
Right.
Do you get to say no? I don't know.
We shall see. And if you know, let us know.
Right. I guess we'll find out this week, but
yes. While we're on the kind of subject, prisons make you leave your phone in the car or at home. Not just
trust you to turn it off. That was so ridiculous. And Sonny holds
and I
it
did
up.
Google it.
Sonny holds it up like, here, look, it is off already. That is not what the prison guard would have done.
Right.
There's a place to drop it. Kind of like whenever you go into the psychiatric hospitals. You have to check your keys and everything at the front before they let you go through the metal detectors and go into the facility because you can't have that stuff on you.
Exactly. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
I don't know how I felt about that whole conversation between him and Renault, though.
Yeah.
Renault told him that Joey Novak was back, which we were already going to see anyway because of the Carly confrontation. So I'm not sure what the point of that was. Sonny still can't get in with Renault. That's not allowed. They are not allowed to be friends and work together. Cannot happen. So why are we hanging out together?
I just find it interesting that Joey, knowing that Sonny is alive,
goes to Carly.
Like, does he have a death wish?
Right. And in a bar with all those people, it's not even in a dark alley. He approaches her when she's just by herself. You know, her guards were upstairs, even though they weren't in the restaurant. And she's sitting there with two other people and you're going to walk up and start threatening her. You're an idiot.
Right.
So dumb. And I mean, everyone had a point of, you don't want to challenge a crazy person too much because they have nothing to lose. And that's where he's at. But at the same time, he's trying to take over and wants his family's backing. If he's doing that kind of stuff, the family's not going to back him.
And who the heck is Marshall? Because now I am so confused. Because he beat up Joey.
Right. Right.
And Curtis has no idea who he is, so he's not.
I don't know.
Could he be Jordan's dad? But even still, I don't feel like that is even necessarily.
I feel like Curtis would have met him before if he was Jordan's dad, or at least seen an actual
we talked about
picture.
This, though, that Jordan never really talked about her family, but now I feel like he has more mob ties than, is he possibly someone working with Renault?
Maybe. But why is he so interested in Curtis? I guess to buy the club, like Joey wanted to.
Joey didn't want to buy it. He wanted to make it a front.
Well, that's what I mean. Because, who was that? Oh, Chase. So Chase, who said, you know, you're one of the few clubs that are around here that they're going to feel like they can come in and use to their advantage. So you better watch out.
Right.
So I guess they all want his club. I feel like you have a say in that, though. No, you can't use my club as a front. Sorry.
Oh, no. They give you the shakedown. That's what TV tells me.
I was going to say, did you have a club that happened at Shannon?
No, but
TV taught me
I just finished the latest season of Dynasty, and spoiler alert, that was part of it. And I just started watching Riverdale, and that's in there too. TV does not lie.
Okay. I stand corrected. Thank you for the education. I did not know that you had so much knowledge about this.
Just what TV says.
Oh, I like that they used Elizabeth's skills.
That's literally what I was just going to say.
I'm like looking through my notes. I was so glad they remembered that Elizabeth has some artistic talent and that she could draw the picture.
And it's her birthday.
You didn't say that.
Guess which birthday it is?
I don't know.
The big 4-0.
Is it?
Elizabeth Weber turned 40 on November 1st.
Wow.
She was born November 1st, 1981.
Wow. It wasn't it Maxie's birthday also? And they know anything about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maxie's birthday's Halloween.
And they never said anything.
She usually does say something, though, too.
Right.
They didn't do anything with Halloween this year. We didn't see any kids in costumes.
That's sad.
That is sad.
Especially since we had Charlotte back and stuff.
Yeah, why didn't Charlotte and Violet and Scout, so that we knew what age Scout is now?
Right. Even just around the hospital, they could have had like trick or treat to the patients or whatever. That would have been cute.
Aww.
Aww.
Well, they're already going to be celebrating Liz's birthday. Okay, so tomorrow was like November 11th on one of those things. What was it that had the date and it said tomorrow, November 11th?
I have no idea.
Oh, I think it was the club. I think it was the Savoy was having a music night.
Oh, okay.
Was that it?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it was. So I'm like, okay, so one day is a week.
Okay.
But still, Elizabeth's birthday was last Monday, not this Monday.
Yeah.
Unless we're changing it.
They could have at least mentioned it. Especially since she's dating and they're going to trivia night and blah, blah, blah. Somebody should have said, we're going to go out for drinks for Liz's birthday.
Right. And apparently but trivia's gone. Trivia never happened.
Right. Right.
Why? All this buildup.
Right. Those flyers have been around for how many weeks?
Why didn't we get their date?
It didn't happen. Nope.
So do you think that Jeff is going to show up during Liz's birthday now?
I hope not.
He's going to show up with a cake, not the pie for Thanksgiving. He's going to show up with a cake.
No. I'm not convinced of that.
Okie dokie.
I'm good with the Thanksgiving.
I'm really surprised at the lack of stuff that she's doing for her birthday, considering it's the first one since Franco's been gone. I feel like that would be a very difficult...
And everyone would want to cheer you up and take you out and do stuff with you. Yeah. Right.
Well, Cam did say she's going out with her friends.
True.
So
maybe. I don't like that they're pushing all the sex stuff. What
is Esme's obsession with them having sex?
I don't know.
It's kind of gross.
It is kind of gross. And the way that Joss is acting, it's like, oh yeah, we meant to get around to do that. We just haven't. But now that you mentioned
we're going to
go ahead and do it.
Right.
No.
And I'm sorry. I've worked in many restaurants. We could not make out on the floor like that.
No.
I mean,
absolutely not. Especially him being a manager.
Nope.
Not going to happen.
Nope.
No. But I don't like that.
I want to see Bobby walk in and be like, excuse me.
Right. You have customers. Knock it off. That doesn't happen here. And, well, I also thought it was funny that, again, we just all forget that there's rooms upstairs because all of the other teenage people that wanted to hook up got a room upstairs and just managed to figure that out. But they're not going to do that. They're going to wait till Elizabeth is out of the house or whatever. But I don't just see them jumping to sleeping together already.
No.
There's not that we want to see all of that between teenagers, but there is not any, oh, they've already done this, and this, and that's the next step. They've barely kissed, and now we're on to having sex?
Right. Just because of
Esme said so? Ew. No.
Right. Right. It's not, yeah. No.
I would like to see them have the conversation and make the decision instead of just letting it happen or feeling like they need to do it because someone else is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very frustrating.
It is. I just think it's weird.
It is. It's like they never thought about it before.
Meanwhile, she thought about it with Oscar.
Right.
But they talked about it and then they decided not to because the only reason they were doing it is because he was dying.
Yes. I thought it was stupid of Ava to confront Sonny and say, do you still think Avery's safest with you whenever all this stuff with Spencer's still going on? You knew that was going to be his reaction.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. We're getting like little bits of Ava back.
Yeah, but I feel like she wouldn't have gone there yet. She would have waited.
True. Trina putting together her own event at the gallery. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm ordering. So the photo arc is a real thing.
Yes.
And I'm ordering one of the books for my daughter for Christmas because I think that is absolutely amazing. I am so excited to see hopefully they actually do it.
I think they will.
See it.
I think they will. The way that they were talking about it, you could tell instantly that it was a real thing and that the photographer they were talking about was a real person. And
he is.
They went into right. Yeah. But you could tell like just their tone and the way that they talked about it. You were like, okay, this is real. So the fact that she said she's going to book it, I think you're going to actually get to see it.
Yeah. I'm really excited. I'm proud of her.
I know. Good job, Trina.
Could not find the song that she was singing. Do you know what song that was?
I
don't either. Couldn't find those lyrics anywhere. The closest thing I got was close to a Drake song, but the lyrics weren't the same.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I wanted to see the whole picture that Ned got for Olivia. They didn't show it to you.
It was a puppy.
But they didn't, I thought he was, even though he was mad, he was going to have the bartender place it in her office and her walk in that way and whatever. Instead, he was just like, that's for you, and walked away.
Okay, so how are where's your thoughts on this whole thing that just happened?
I think that Robert said you have the wrong idea. He was not trying
He kissed
to take
back,
advantage.
though. He did kiss back.
He did kiss back.
He grabbed the small of her back. He brought her in.
I don't think that he meant for it to be a real kiss until she knows what she's doing in her marriage.
Well, and that's the thing. He just spent all that time telling her, you need to go back to Ned. You need to talk to Ned about this stuff. If you can talk to me about it, how come you can't? And I thought that her turning point was going to be when Austin said, Ned came to me after I gave up the shares. Because I felt like that's when it clicked in her head. Oh, right. This isn't just about ELQ. Mm-hmm. Which again, we're going to go back to, we don't like the fact that that's the interference, right. That was nice to see Ned knock out Robert. I'm sorry.
Your face that's a little sexy when he
it kind of was. I mean, I love Robert. Don't want anything to happen to him. But that was but it's too late. They haven't been having their adventures. They haven't had that spark. Right. That if this had happened.
Right. We thought it was going to happen a couple months ago when they were out doing things together. But
it should have happened after Liv walked in on Alexis and Ned. She should have gone out and gotten drunk and seen Robert and planted one on him.
Exactly.
That would have made total sense.
Right.
This did not.
No, it doesn't. They even said they've been separated for a year now. So if you needed to do something stupid for revenge, you would have done it faster than a year.
Right. But when they were traveling to Monte Carlo and stuff like that, there was a spark. There was no spark between them as they were sitting there, and he's telling her,
right,
talk to your husband. This is a serious thing that you guys need to have a conversation about.
That maybe there's something that needs to be further looked at. And he's like, okay, then why are you mad? Go look into it.
So I feel like, yeah.
Yes.
I would have loved this
a couple months ago.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Not now, though.
No, it's just felt forced. And I feel like that's what Robert was feeling, too. He's like, you're creating a fantasy in your head that's not happening right now, and you have something else you should be focused on. So,
right.
Slow down, sister.
But Carly and Olivia went and checked out the Savoy, and at first I was kind of getting worried, and I'm like, no, why are we being jerks about this? And they weren't. They were having a little friendly competition.
Yes. Yes, I liked that they showed, girl lunches this week, because you had them together, and then you had Brooklyn and Maxie again. Although it is not good that Chase is looking more into what happened to Maxie's baby, and Brooklyn's trying all she can to cover it up.
That's who Maxie's going to use without them knowing,
right,
to help them along.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
They got to use who they can use.
I know, but
I'm sorry that makes you sad.
Has to quit being used. They're making him to look like an idiot, and he's not. He's not an idiot.
He's not an idiot, but he's so trusting that he kind of is.
It's just sad.
It is, but I feel like that's their only option.
I thought they were going to use Austin. I thought that's who Maxie was going to use.
I feel like it has to be Chase at this point, especially now that he threw himself into it by saying he's investigating.
I've been investigating. More. I know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know that breaks your heart. I feel like that's where we're at. I'm trying to look at what else we have. The stuff with Britt, I think, is the end of it, right? You got anything else?
No. Just Cassadine Island.
Okay. I thought it was funny that after Britt shot Obrecht and was fixing her wound and whatever, that Obrecht is still sitting there criticizing her technique. Well, this is really good. Oh, wait, maybe not. And Britt's like, I'm sorry. I must have missed the class where they said, here, this is how you bandage up your mother after you shoot her on an abandoned island. And I was like, thank you.
My heart sank.
Mm-hmm. Because you knew that's who it was.
I know.
You just knew. And you're like, no, don't do it.
But I love Britta. He's a nice guy. Liesel, he's a lethal killer. And Britta, who wants Peter dead. Right. Who really wants Peter dead. I thought that was funny.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen next, because I did not think that Jason was going to drop his weapon.
Neither did I.
I did not see that coming at all.
No.
I thought that Obrecht talking about Scout was going to get to Drew.
Me too. Or she was just going to start saying like words that Faison would use.
Right.
As
see if
like
there's something.
Yeah. Because it's the deactivation.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see where they're going to go. Like what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They can't kill them.
No.
So what are we doing?
I don't know.
And Victor wouldn't help. They had him come see Valentine and he was like, nope, I'm not telling you anything. So I don't see Anna being the one to go and rescue them because she has no more information.
Yeah. Oh, I love that Valentine just calls her darling all the time.
I know.
That is cute.
Were you maybe imagining he was talking to you?
Darling.
Did you rewind that a couple times and listen to it?
No, I didn't, but now I want to. I thought it was a really good week, though. It was...
Yeah, I felt like the stories moved along. It made as much sense. Oh, this like kind of rolls us into reality check. Though I was at my Deep Creek Girls Weekend and they were all asking, do you still do the podcast? Blah, blah, blah. And one of the girls is now home from work in time for GH. And she was like, some of these storylines are insane. Like Sunny being missing and that guy who one minute he's Franco and the next minute he's somebody else. And then she started asking me about whatever the other soap was on. I was like, no, I don't watch that one. And she was telling me about crazy stuff that goes on there. And I was like, yeah, they kind of just repeat the same type of stories because what else can they do?
As we're learning, as funny. We're doing our deep dives, we're like, wait a second.
This kind of already happened.
Same thing.
Yes. So it was funny.
Well, is she listening to our show?
She said she was going to look it up. So if you're listening, hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen. Do I know Jen?
So you don't know Jen.
Okay. Well, hi, Jen.
Yes. So it's funny.
I think we could just stay there.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just finish. I don't have much to say. I finished cleaning up the old house and I'm officially all moved into the new house. And I feel good about it, actually. Like I cried my little eyes out. Like I said, I would the last day, but it was nice to finally just be done because the back and forth, it was kind of like a breakup that you were dragging on. And it was just like killing me. So I'm glad that we are broken up now and it's over and I'm moving forward. So that was good. And then it was my Deep Creek weekend and I did nothing but enjoy myself. Like some people went shopping and got massages and whatever. And I spent the entire time either sleeping in the hot tub or playing games with everyone and drinking lots of yummy drinks and eating so much yummy food. Oh my God. It was so good.
But that's nice though. You just need especially after like a big event, like moving.
Yes,
like that was perfect timing for you.
It really was.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, good.
Yes. Totally wonderful, but nothing exciting to talk about because I did nothing but enjoy me time.
That's what those weekends are.
So.
That's the thing. Like, I love vacation.
But you feel tired after vacation because you've done so much running around. Yes. No, I actually feel rested.
Yeah.
Like, I got what I needed out of the weekend. So.
Good.
It was good. Hey. So how about you?
My daughter got her state ID on Tuesday.
I saw that on Facebook. She is so cute.
I did fill out her paperwork because let's all face it, that can be a little confusing.
Yes.
But when we actually got to the DMV, like she went up to the person at the counter and told them, I want to get a state ID. And I had to assist a little bit. And then, they gave her a number and we all, the two of us went and sat down and, waited forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then she initiated it was so hard for me not to be like, well, she needs, I'm like, no, she's 18. She needs to do this.
Right.
Because
that's a skill she needs to learn.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is. And I don't know why I didn't think to get her a state ID before because she doesn't go anywhere. Like we're always with her or whatever. And it wasn't until I think it was sometime over the summer, she had her wallet and she opened up her wallet and she has her school picture in the license spot.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, we need to get you a state ID.
Yeah.
And now she has a job. So it
is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like she's going to start doing things without us and whoo, not ready for all that. But I was just, the DMV is hard enough.
Yes, exactly.
And she did well. So yay. And there was almost a fight at the DMV at the same time. And she kind of just ignored it. She was like, what? Why are those people yelling? But she just stuck to her stuff and signed her name in cursive and everything.
Yay.
Which is a skill most teenagers don't have now. So
right.
I honestly think that was pretty much like the highlight of my week. The only real thing I had go on. Other than, work. But that's just, we're finally starting to slow down a little bit. So, yay. But, then it's, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
So I guess we're bored. Well, no, we're not boring. Just not a whole lot going on this week, I guess.
Uneventful. There's a difference between boring and uneventful. That's what I'm going to go with.
That works.
So,
the week before was hard.
Yeah.
This was not a hard week.
Right.
So, I know. One other quick little thing. So my in-laws have mountain property that they've been saying for a while so my husband's one of 3 that they wanted to give to the 3 of us, like to the 3 children and spouses. And we finally got that all signed over yesterday and everything. So now we own a third of the mountain property.
Woo!
Yeah, that's about it.
All right.
So join us on Thursday as we talk with our fan spotlight, Alana.
That was so much fun.
That was fun.
So, okay, well, have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.